My name is Marina Vendrell. At least, I think it still is. I live in a beautiful old Victorian house on the edge of a quiet town. The kind of house with tall windows that let in golden afternoon light, creaky wooden floors that sing when you walk across them, and walls covered in floral wallpaper that smells faintly of lavender and old books. My family used to fill these rooms with laughter. Now it's just me. But that's all right. The house takes care of me. I was 16 when the bad days started. The other girls at school called me Cobweb because I loved wearing my great-grandmother's antique dresses, lace collars, long velvet skirts, tiny pearl buttons that took forever to fasten. I painted delicate spiderweb patterns around my eyes with black and silver makeup. It made me feel mysterious instead of lonely. They laughed anyway. Every night I would sneak down to the basement where the air grew thick and warm and whisper to the thing that lived behind the old furnace. It never had a name at first. It just listened. I wish they would stop, I told it one evening, tears cutting tracks through my makeup. I wish the house could be nice again. Just for me. The voice that answered was velvet and smoke. Little Marina, it purred, I can make the world kind to you. All you have to do is let me in. Let me protect you. Let me stay. I was so tired of hurting. I said yes. The next morning, my parents were gone, my little brother too. The house had grown darker, but I didn't notice at first, because wherever I walked, the horror softened. Hallways that should have bled stretched into sunny corridors lined with blooming roses. Rooms that screamed stayed perfectly silent. Monsters with too many teeth became friendly shadows that bowed when I passed. The house had kept its promise. It restored everything, to my eyes at least. Now I spend my days the way any proper young lady should. I wander the endless halls in my favorite black lace dress, the hem brushing the floor like trailing fog. My makeup is always fresh, cobwebs spreading from the corners of my eyes like delicate fans. I read leather-bound books in the library while sunlight, or something like it, pours through the stained glass windows. In the evenings I take long walks through flowering fields that stretch behind the house, picking ghostly white lilies that never wilt. Sometimes I hear noises far away, screams, wet tearing sounds, laughter that isn't laughter. I pause, tilt my head, and the sounds fade into bird song. The house is so thoughtful like that. There are other people here, I think, survivors. I catch glimpses of them sometimes, wide-eyed figures huddled in corners, covered in blood and dust, staring at me like I'm a ghost. When I smile and wave, they flinch. One man once tried to grab my arm and shout something about the truth and Valgavoth. Poor thing. The moment he touched me, the wall sprouted, mouths full of teeth, and dragged him away screaming. I felt bad for a second. Then the house filled the room with the scent of fresh baked cookies, and the memory slipped away like a bad dream. I know the house isn't perfect. Sometimes late at night, when the clocks all strike 13, I sit in the rocking chair by the window and feel something watching me from behind my own eyes. A deep, ancient hunger. It whispers that one day the bubble might pop, that one day I'll see the walls made of stretched skin, the floors running with blood, the sky that is actually the inside of an endless attic. But I just hum an old lullaby my mother used to sing and adjust the cobwebs around my eyes until everything looks soft and safe again. After all, the house made a deal. I gave it everything, my family, my world, my future. In return, it gave me the only thing I ever really wanted, a place where no one can hurt me. And if the price was turning the entire plane into an endless, screaming nightmare for everyone else, well, I try not to think about that, because thinking too hard makes the flowers wilt. And when the flowers wilt, the things in the cellar start to climb the stairs. So I keep walking, I keep reading, I keep smiling with my pretty cobwebbed eyes. The house is quiet today, the house is kind today, and as long as I never ever look too closely at the reflection in the mirrors, where something with far too many teeth smiles back wearing my face, I can pretend everything is exactly as it should be, forever.